Hello friends, welcome to my creative channel to watch more creative videos on different topics. We are seeing one video long back ago that end user operating system that was about operating system theoretical point of view. Then we have seen Postgres, one video on Postgres that rocking affair with Postgres SQL that was also a theoretical video. Then we have seen one video on IoT that was also a theoretical video. And our latest video we have seen about MongoDB that was also a very nice video. Please watch that videos also. I have seen we have also seen one video on metadata that also as a theoretical point of view. So I decided that I have done few videos on theoretical topic. So I decided why not do one video on most burning topic, that is virtual machines and container. So I will explain in brief little bit and then we will proceed through the presentation. Many people ask, is a container just a lightweight version of virtual machine? While the many sound accurate at first, it is not correct. Container and virtual machines, they seem similar because both help in running application in isolated environment, but they work in very different ways. Teams often rely on these technologies to build, test and deploy applications efficiently. Virtual machines and containers are powerful tools, but choosing the wrong one for a specific use cause can lead to poor performance, high cost or security issues. That is why it is important to clearly understand how these two technologies differ. Knowing the difference helps developer, IT manager and developer team choose the right solution based on goals of the project. So we will go through the presentation first. So today we are going to see virtual machine and container. What is virtual machine? Virtual machine is a software-based environment that behaves like a physical computer. It allows you to run a operating system and application just as you would as a regular desktop or server. If you are studied cloud computing, you will be having a good idea about virtual machine. But if you don't know cloud computing, then you will find little bit, but go through it properly these videos. Regular desktop or server. Virtual machines are created and managed using a tool called hypervisor. Hypervisor is very important in virtual machine. It separates the hardware and the software part, which enables multiple virtual system to run on a single physical machine. That means multiple operating system can be run on single physical machine. Now a virtual machine work. How virtual machine work? A hypervisor sits in between the hardware and the virtual machine. It allocates system resources such as CPU, memory, storage and network access to virtual machine. Every virtual machine includes guest operating system, which is independent of the host system. Remember that guest operation system relies on virtual machine, installed on virtual machine, which is independent of the host system. It allows virtual machine to run different operating system on the same physical server. You can run a Linux virtual machine on Windows host machine, or opposite also, you can run Windows virtual machine on Linux. Little bit tough. The hypervisor ensures that each virtual machine is isolated and protected from other, providing a high level of separation. Consider I am having a server of 50 GB or 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte and I want to do the business. So the most easiest way on the internet is to host the virtual machine on the host the server space on the rent basis, just like virtual machine. That's why I told you that is a part of cloud computing, but in different, this part is little bit different. We can do business on the internet by providing space, in the sense providing space with on the rent using virtual machine. Benefit of virtual machine: run different operating system on same hardware. Exactly. Run older software not compatible with modern system. Long back ago, I was using an old laptop. In that, I was using a virtual machine. Means my laptop was having a Windows operating system, and my virtual machine was having a Linux operating system. But both when I run Linux operating system on the using virtual machine, it takes lot of time to boot the Linux operating system on the Windows operating system using the virtual machine. Create isolated and restable testing environment, easy to back up and restore entire virtual machine quickly. So these are the benefits of virtual machine. Now we are going to see limitation of virtual machine. Each virtual machine include a full OS consuming more CPU and memory. Just I told that it took a lot of time to boot the Linux operating system on virtual machine. Virtual machine take more time to start due to full OS load. Means it require more RAM and more space, RAM. Virtual machine scaling may virtual machine require advanced tool and infrastructure. It is not an easy part for scaling the virtual machine. Large disk images increase storage needs and cost about the virtual machine. Now next part is container. Now container, in the sense, a container is a lightweight standalone unit that packages an application along with all required libraries, configuration and dependencies. Suppose container, the first word come with container, that is nothing but the cloud. Because these things are happening only in the cloud. And suppose I have done a project using Node.js, and I want to do, or I don't want to carry that project when I go to Delhi. I want that specific environment, that libraries and the dependency should be resolved when I run the project on different location. So why not I load that project on the cloud, and the cloud will handle the different dependencies and different and versions, and these things can be solved using cloud, and that is nothing but the container. So container solve the problem of dependency, version, compatibility, versions, each and operating system dependencies are solved by the container. That's why I told you it is a part of cloud. It requires libraries, configuration and dependencies. Unlike virtual machine, containers share the host operating system like kernel, which make the fast and more efficient. They create a consistent environment for running application across platform. So how container works? Container runs on top of the container engines such as Docker. Just I told you example of Docker container. Instead of virtualizing the hardware, they leverage the host OS and isolate processes using Linux feature like Linux namespaces for separation and control group for resource management. It allows multiple containers to run on same machine without the overhead of separate operating system. Remember that, please listen it carefully. In case of virtual machine, I install different OS, but in case of container, I install different app. So that is nothing but the for virtual machine, it requires For virtual machine, it requires if I want to do the business on the internet, I have more space. In that case, I can use virtual machine. And if I have installed the particular application or project with different dependencies, I can use container. So it allows multiple containers to run on same machine without a separate operating system. Benefit of container: no need of full OS in each instance. In a virtual machine, you require the full OS is installed. That is the better of container than virtual machine. Reducing the memory and CPU uses. Launch in seconds, speeding up development, testing and production environment. Ideal for microservices and large scale deployments with tools like Kubernetes. Kubernetes is a part of cloud and very important in case of container and in case of threads and processes. More container can run on same hardware than virtual machine. Limitations of container: share the host OS, offering less isolation than virtual machine. Limited by the host OS, Linux container on the Linux. Improper setup can expose vulnerabilities or host access. Be careful about container, this part. Managing storage across container lifecycle can be complex. That's why Kubernetes is not that much easy. Container networking can require additional configuration and monitoring. So thank you. So I hope you like this video, and I hope I explain what is the part of container and what is the role of virtual machine. I will be back with more and more creative videos on containers and virtual machines in the upcoming videos. I will be focusing on this topic because these are very important topic in today's era. So the latest update about burning topic of IT, please watch my channel on youtube.com. Thanks for watching.